Welcome to Whispering Loudly, the award-winning Workshop Whisperer podcast, as featured by Apple, with Rachael Evans, the #1 automotive business coach in the aftermarket, thanks to titanium sponsor Mechanic Desk and gold sponsor Podium.
Whispering Loudly is the Workshop Whisperer podcast. Hey, I'm producer Mel, and today is a Workshop Whispers episode. If you could write into someone, Rach, to answer questions, what would be something you'd like answered? Do you know what I want answered? Where do all the socks go? I've got 7 million socks. Solo socks in my house.
I'd like to ask,
what would you?
Will my daughter's sausage dog puppy ever behave?
How old is it?
1.
Has it been to training?
Yes.
Oh.
And his name is Winston.
That's such a cute name.
Yeah, and this is Winston's world and we're just guests in it.
As a yogi, I'd say you are telling yourself that, so that's what will show up for you.
Yeah,
that's the manifesting
absolutely.
you're doing. You're living in Winston's world. Coming up next, your questions about your auto repair shop answered.
Learn tips and strategies from the comfort of your lounge room to make your auto repair shop hum in Workshop Whispers.
Whispering Loudly is a Workshop Whisperer podcast. Today is a Workshop Whispers episode, and we're travelling all the way down to Hobart in Tassie. Beautiful place, good part of the world. I've got to get down there and drink some bubbles and go to, is it Mona? It's meant to be an incredible art gallery there. Chris says, is it sales before production or the other way around? Like many other business owners in your profitable auto repair shop, business is humming and we are established, wow, over 30 years. It's amazing. But we still believe it isn't even at 50% capacity yet. Should I put on a prospector, BDM type person or traditional marketing? Cool. That sounds like a very technical question. I don't even know what BDM is, but hope it doesn't have to do with your sex life.
Me too, because that is not this podcast.
I know.
So BDM is business,
That's a different one.
Business Development Manager.
Oh, cool.
And I would actually say that is a traditional form of marketing, being your own business development manager in your business. It's one of the ways that I actually recommend, just as a baseline, if you're under capacity, that you actually implement to bring in more work. So get out there, be amongst other business owners who have got cars on the road, make connections, ask for referrals to people to bring in more work. But to answer the question, Chris, is it sales before production or productivity or the other way around? Well, it's like the chicken and the egg. I guess it starts with your ability to bring in customers in order to fill your workshop up in the first place. But here's the thing, many auto repair shop owners believe that they just need more customers, when what they actually need is their technicians to do better at upselling and the service advisor convert those upsell opportunities into sales.
Okay, so you're saying the leads are coming in through the door, you're just not really doing anything
It's possible
with them.
you're not doing anything more with it than what it came in for, and that's lost opportunity. So it's not that you need more, it's that you need to do better with each vehicle when it is in your shop. That means that you don't have to spend additional money on top of what you're already spending for marketing. And if you think just because you've been around for 10, 15, 30 years that you don't need to market, that is incorrect. You do in some way, because you will lose 18% of your customer base every year. And that's just through, people moving away, people passing away, and people choosing another mechanic. So if you don't replace that in 3 years' time, more than half of your customer base is gone.
Oh, that's amazing. It's really insightful.
Join our free Facebook group, Your Profitable Auto Repair Shop, and join in on the conversation with auto repair shop owners just like you globally. Taya
is in Noosa, beautiful part of the world too. Hastings Street, is it the main street of Noosa?
Nice food.
Often sea lice though in Noosa, so be careful. Hi, Rachael. I love the pod. Thanks for putting all your info out there. That's really nice to get some gratitude back. Thank you. We love you already, Taya. I love my customers. They're pretty loyal and we're very lucky to have them. In the past, our issue was not having enough customers. Now our issue is having problematic customers. I've got a friend with a business and she's got the same going on at the moment. We've recently had some issues with some of our techs dealing with customers unprofessionally when they've come back with an issue. One even ended with a tech being asked to leave. What systems would you have in place to deal with problematic customers, and how do we deal with them in person and not online reviews?
Well, it sounds like we have two issues here, maybe problematic customers, but also problematic technicians and how they're responding. And
I guess people get triggered, right?
They do. So let's deal with your technicians first of all. And I would be asking, why are your technicians dealing with the customer directly? Where's your service advisor?
Oh, true.
That would be the first thing. Secondly, people practice what they observe from you or what they see you tolerate. So why are they thinking it's okay to speak to customers in the manner that they have? That would be my first couple of things to clear up on that side. On the problematic customer side, let's ask a couple of questions like, what's your own conflict resolution like? So you will teach your conflict resolution style to anyone else that is asked to handle a situation. So it should be your service advisor that is the liaison between the customer and the technician. So ideally it's them. And if they don't have an appropriate conflict resolution style, well, you're just going to have the conflict from the customer butting heads with the conflict from the person who's been asked to deal with it. And that's not resolution. That's just a recipe for disaster, really. So I would ask that first of all, and would offer up, if you're not sure what appropriate conflict resolution looks like. From your point of view, it is pacifying the customer and getting them to think differently so that they disarm. And you can do that just by asking them questions. So when you're asked a question, you actually have to pause your emotion to think of the answer. So you would ask them a couple of questions to get them to come back to neutral, hopefully, so that then you're in a position of being able to have a conversation. But if you have repeat problem customers, then I'd have to ask you, well, what part of the market are you actually aiming for? Because we generally find that 80% of our problems will come from the bottom 20% of the customer base in terms of their sensitivity to price or expectation not being met.
Yeah, okay.
So are you playing in the bottom of the pond in terms of looking for bringing in people that want a deal or a bargain? If that's the case, I'd tell you to raise your gaze and raise your prices, and you'll find that a lot of your problems will go away.
Whispering Loudly is a Workshop Whisperer podcast. I'm producer Mel, and you just heard from Rachael Evans. We've got heaps of episodes out there with Workshop Whispers, so punch it into the search bar, have a look around. Also, there's a closed Facebook group, Your Profitable Auto Repair Shop. Join in conversations with other repair shop owners. Often people from the team of the Workshop Whisperer in there giving advice, right, Rach? As well as other business owners.
Yeah, and so are a number of our clients. So it's a great best practice sharing community.
Yeah, and it's free. Yay. 5 stars, please. No less, or you'll get in trouble.
Thanks for listening to Whispering Loudly, the award-winning Workshop Whisperer podcast, as featured by Apple with Rachael Evans, the #1 automotive business coach in the aftermarket. Thanks to titanium sponsor Mechanic Desk and gold sponsor Podium. Want to find out how the Workshop Whisperer team can put your auto repair shop on the path to business success? Head to www.workshopwhisperer.com/whispering loudly to claim your free workshop success session with the team.